Stop what you're doing right now. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take one deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now ask yourself this question. What if your future self has already sent you a message and you've been ignoring it? What if the tingling in your hands when you think about a certain decision, the sudden knowing that floods your body before your mind can explain it, the dream that felt more real than your waking life? What if these aren't random? What if they're quantum signals from timelines that have already collapsed? Open your eyes, because what I'm about to share with you in the next hour will fundamentally change how you understand time, reality, and the extraordinary communication system happening inside your body right now. We're not talking metaphors. We're talking measurable, provable physics that most people will never understand. Your body is not just experiencing the present moment. Your body is a quantum antenna receiving signals from multiple timelines simultaneously. And the future you've been trying to manifest, it's already happened. The question is, are you tuned in to receive it? Let me guess where you are right now. You've been working on manifesting a specific reality. Maybe it's financial abundance, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a complete life transformation. And you've tried everything, haven't you? You've done the vision boards. You've repeated the affirmations, sometimes for hours. You've visualized with such intensity that you could taste it, smell it, feel it. You've worked with the law of attraction. You've tried timeline jumping meditations. You've even worked with energy healers, taken courses, read the books, watched hundreds of videos like this one. And some of it helped. Some techniques gave you glimpses, moments where reality seemed to shift, where synchronicities appeared, where you felt like you were finally breaking through. But then the pattern returned. The old reality snapped back like a rubber band, and you're left wondering, what am I doing wrong? Here's what I need you to understand. You're not broken. You're not doing it wrong. You're trying to communicate with the quantum field using outdated technology. You're trying to send emails through a telegraph machine. You're trying to reprogram software while the operating system, your nervous system, your biofield, your cellular memory, remains unchanged. The future version of you, the one living the reality you desire, is broadcasting signals right now. But if your receiver is tuned to the frequency of lack, doubt, and survival, you'll never pick up the transmission. What makes this approach different is that we're going to bridge 3 dimensions of understanding that are rarely brought together. Pilar 1, the science of quantum time. We're going to explore the physics of retrocausality, the scientifically proven phenomenon where the future influences the past. You're going to learn about experiments conducted at Cornell University at the Weizmann Institute, where physicists discovered that decisions made in the future literally change measurements taken in the past. This isn't philosophy. This is measurable, replicable quantum mechanics, and it proves that your future self is reaching back through time right now. Pilar 2, your body as quantum receiver. Your body isn't just flesh and bone. It's a sophisticated electromagnetic communication device with its own biofield, broadcasting and receiving information at quantum speeds. You have 3 brains, your head brain, your heart brain with 40,000 neurons, and your gut brain with 500 million neurons. When these 3 align in coherence, they create a signal so powerful it can be detected 3 feet outside your body. We're going to teach you how to tune this receiver to the exact frequency of your desired timeline. Pilar 3, practical signal reception protocol. This isn't theory. You're going to learn the exact practices, body-based, nervous system-focused, biofield clearing techniques that allow you to recognize, decode, and follow the quantum signals your future self is sending. You'll learn to distinguish between mental noise and somatic truth, between fear-based intuition and quantum guidance, between forcing and allowing. When you bring these three together, something extraordinary happens. You stop trying to create your future. You start receiving it. You realize your future self has already collapsed the quantum wave function, and your only job is to sync your present moment frequency to match. Commanda 5, Aviso Attivational, 4 Idro, 4:30. Before we continue, I need to warn you, this content is activational. As you watch this video, you may experience physical sensations, tingling in your hands or feet, heat moving through your body, sudden waves of emotion, grief, joy, anger, that seem to come from nowhere. You might feel a pressure in your chest or third eye. You might have the sudden urge to change something in your life immediately. This is not a problem. This is your nervous system recognizing truth at a quantum level. This is your biofield beginning to reorganize. This is your future self saying, yes, finally you're ready to receive. Trust what you feel in your body more than what you think in your mind. Your body is the receiver. Your mind is just the interpreter. And often it's a terrible one. So if you feel something shifting, honor it, follow it. That's the signal. Let's begin the journey from separation to synchronization, from forcing to receiving, from the illusion of linear time to the truth of quantum collapse. For the past several years, I've been obsessed with a single question. How does consciousness create reality? Not as a mystic disconnected from measurable truth. Not as someone promoting wishful thinking or spiritual bypassing, but as someone committed to finding the truth, whether that truth lives in quantum physics laboratories, in ancient hermetic wisdom, or in the bioelectromagnetic field surrounding your heart. And what I've discovered has shattered everything I thought I knew about manifestation, about time, about the nature of reality itself. Here's the revolution that most manifestation teachers won't tell you because they don't understand the science. Consciousness is not a product of matter. Consciousness is matter. Your thoughts aren't just electrochemical signals bouncing around your skull. They're electromagnetic fields that extend beyond your body, interacting with the quantum field, collapsing waves of probability into particles of experience. This has been measured. This has been proven. This is not metaphor. But here's where it gets even more profound. The quantum field doesn't operate in linear time. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously in a state of superposition, all possibilities existing at once until consciousness collapses them into a single experienced reality, which means the future you're trying to create, it already exists, and the version of you living that future is sending signals backwards through time right now, trying to guide your present moment choices toward that collapsed reality. The question is, are you receiving the signals, or are you drowning them out with mental noise, emotional chaos, and biofield interference? Today, you're going to receive the complete map. This isn't surface-level information. This is the deep integration of quantum physics, energy medicine, and practical protocol that will change how you navigate reality. Parte 1, the science of retrocausality. We're diving into the Cornell experiments that proved the future influences the past, and what this means for your present moment choices. Part 2, your body's 3 quantum receivers. Understanding the neuroscience of your 3 brains and how they create coherent electromagnetic signals that collapse specific timelines. Part 3, why mental manifestation fails. The shocking truth about why thinking positive thoughts and visualizing doesn't work for most people, and what actually creates quantum collapse. Part 4, reading your somatic signals. Learning to distinguish between fear-based mental chatter and the genuine quantum guidance coming from your future self through your body. Part 5, the Quantum Sync Protocol, a step-by-step practice for tuning your biofield to the frequency of your already collapsed future, allowing reality to sync. Part 6, natural magic and timeline navigation. How to work with lunar cycles, Earth's electromagnetic field, and elemental forces to amplify your quantum reception. Each of these sections integrates hard science with energy medicine with practical application. Because you don't need more theory, you need a working technology. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to learn will challenge everything you thought you knew about cause and effect, about time, about who you are, and what you're capable of creating, or more accurately, receiving. Let's begin. 2012, Cornell University. A team of quantum physicists led by Dr. Holger Müller conducted an experiment that should have been impossible. They were testing something called retrocausality, the idea that future events can influence past measurements. Here's what they did. They sent photons through a quantum system and measured their behavior. Standard quantum mechanics, right? But here's where it gets bizarre. After the photons had already passed through the system and been measured, the researchers changed the experimental setup. They altered the configuration of the measuring devices. And when they went back to analyze the original measurements, the ones that had been recorded before they changed anything, those measurements had changed. The photons that had already been measured somehow knew about the future change in the experiment and adjusted their past behavior accordingly. Let me say that again. A choice made in the future literally altered a measurement that had already been recorded in the past. Einstein would have hated this. It violates everything we think we know about causality. Effect isn't supposed to come before cause. The future isn't supposed to reach back and change the past, but it does. This experiment has been replicated at the Weizmann Institute in Israel, at Australian National University, at labs around the world. The results are consistent. The future influences the past at the quantum level. Now, here's the question that changes everything. If a photon, a particle of light with no consciousness, no intention, no awareness, can receive information from its future self and adjust its past behavior, what about you? You're not a photon. You're a conscious being made of trillions of cells, each one containing quantum processes. You're a walking, breathing quantum system with the most sophisticated consciousness detector in the known universe, your nervous system. If unconscious particles can receive signals from their future states, what happens when you add consciousness to the equation? What if every intuition, every gut feeling, every inexplicable knowing is actually your future self, the version of you that has already collapsed into the timeline you're trying to manifest, sending retrocausal signals back through time? What if the anxiety you feel about a safe choice is actually a warning from your future self saying, "Don't go this way. I've already lived this timeline. It doesn't lead where you think." What if the inexplicable pull toward a decision that seems illogical is actually your future self shouting, "This way, I'm here. This is the path that leads to me." The science suggests this isn't metaphor. This isn't wishful thinking. This is quantum mechanics. Your future self is broadcasting. The question is, are you listening with your body, or are you drowning out the signal with your mind? But here's where it gets even more interesting, and this is where most people get lost. If your future self is sending signals, why aren't you receiving them clearly? Why does manifestation feel so hard? Why do you keep choosing the wrong timelines despite your best intentions? The answer lies in understanding your body as a quantum receiver, and specifically, understanding the three distinct but interconnected brains you possess, each one capable of receiving different types of quantum information. Most people are tuned exclusively to their head brain, and that's the worst receiver for quantum signals, because your head brain is designed for analysis, for pattern recognition based on past experience. It's literally looking backwards while trying to navigate forward. Your heart brain and gut brain, they operate on entirely different frequencies. They pick up electromagnetic information your head brain can't even detect. And when all three synchronize in a state called coherence, that's when you become a clear channel for retrocausal information. Let's go deeper into the science of your three quantum receivers and why understanding them changes everything about how you navigate reality. Introducendo conceito científico. Let's go straight to the scientific point that changes everything. You don't have one brain, you have three. And I'm not talking metaphorically. I'm talking about three distinct neural networks, each with its own form of intelligence, its own way of processing information, its own electromagnetic signature. And each one receives different quantum signals from your future self. Citação Científica Específica. In 1991, Dr. J. Andrew Armour, a neuroscientist and neurocardiologist, published his groundbreaking research on what he called the heart brain. He discovered something that completely revolutionized our understanding of human physiology. Your heart contains approximately 40,000 neurons, specialized cells that think, remember, and process information independently of your brain. But it gets even more extraordinary. In 1998, Dr. Michael Gershon of Columbia University published research revealing that your gut contains between 200 and 600 million neurons, more than your spinal cord, more than your peripheral nervous system. Think about that for a moment. Your gut has more neurons than your spine. Then starting in 1993, the Institute of Heart Math began measuring something even more profound. The electromagnetic field generated by your heart is approximately 60 times greater in amplitude than the brain's electrical field. And this field, it can be detected and measured up to 3 feet outside your body using squid magnetometers. These aren't estimates. These are measurements taken with scientific instruments. Dados mensurables. Here's what the research shows. Your cephalic brain, head brain, operates primarily at 12 to 30 Hz beta waves during waking consciousness. It processes about 40 bits of information per second consciously, but your sensory systems are taking in approximately 11 million bits per second, which means your conscious mind is filtering out 99.9996% of available information. Your cardiac brain, heart brain, generates an electromagnetic field that rhythmically pulsates at 6 summers. When you're in a state of coherence, gratitude, love, compassion, in this state, all your biological systems synchronize. Your breath rate, your blood pressure variability, your brain waves, even your cellular rhythms align. Your enteric brain, gut brain, produces more than 30 different neurotransmitters. including 95% of your body's serotonin. It has a direct neural connection to your emotional processing centers through the vagus nerve, which is why you literally feel emotions in your gut before your head brain can articulate them. Implica sum pessual. And before you think, this is interesting biology, but what does it have to do with manifesting my future? Understand this. Each of these three brains receives different types of quantum information. Your head brain receives linear information, patterns based on past experience, logical sequences, analytical data. Your heart brain receives electromagnetic information, emotional frequencies, relational energies, coherent states from potential futures. Your gut brain receives somatic information, survival signals, intuitive knowing, body-based truth that bypasses logic entirely. When you're trying to manifest using only your head brain, visualizing, affirming, thinking positive thoughts, you're using the weakest receiver. You're trying to pick up a quantum signal with a device that's designed for something completely different. But when all three brains synchronize in coherence, when your head, heart, and gut align on the same frequency, that's when you become a clear channel for retrocausal signals from your future self. That's when the timeline you're trying to reach can send you unmistakable guidance about which choices to make, which paths to follow, which reality to collapse into. The future you've been trying to force with your thoughts, it's been trying to reach you through your body this entire time. Here's what few people understand about manifestation. Your future self isn't trying to send you mental instructions. Your future self is trying to send you frequency instructions. Think of it this way. Imagine the quantum field as a vast cosmic radio, broadcasting infinite stations simultaneously. Each station is a different timeline, a different version of your life, already collapsed, already existing. On station 98.5, you're living in financial struggle, repeating old patterns, stuck in survival mode. On station 103.7, you're living in your purpose, financially abundant, relationships thriving. On station 107.2, you're living in complete mastery, quantum conscious, creating reality with precision. All these stations are broadcasting right now. They're not potential futures waiting to be created. They're actual timelines that have already collapsed in the quantum field. They exist. Your body is the radio dial. But here's the problem most people face. They're trying to tune the dial with their mind. They're visualizing station 107.2 while their heart is broadcasting the frequency of station 98.5. They're affirming abundance while their gut is clenched in scarcity. They're thinking one frequency while feeling a completely different one. And the quantum field? It doesn't respond to what you think. It responds to what you broadcast electromagnetically through your biofield. So let's apply this. If your head brain thinks I am abundant, but your heart brain feels anxiety about money, you're broadcasting a mixed signal, static, white noise. The quantum field can't lock onto a clear frequency, so you get random, inconsistent results. If your head brain visualizes perfect health, but your gut brain holds cellular memory of illness, trauma, or unworthiness, you're trying to tune to one station while your receiver is stuck on another. The vision can't manifest because your frequency doesn't match it. If your three brains are broadcasting three different frequencies, one saying yes, one saying maybe, one saying I'm terrified, you're not tuned to any clear timeline. You're in quantum static. But what happens when your head brain holds a clear vision? Your heart brain generates the feeling frequency of that vision already being real, and your gut brain relaxes into the somatic safety of that timeline. All three receivers align. All three broadcast the same electromagnetic signature. And suddenly, you're not trying to force a future into existence. You're receiving signals from the future that has already collapsed and following the retrocausal guidance moment by moment. The future you living on station 107.2 is trying to guide present you toward the choices, actions, and frequencies that lead to that timeline. But if your receiver is tuned to station 98.5, because that's what feels familiar, safe, and known, you'll never pick up the transmission. Revelation to obstaculo. And here's the part that's difficult to accept. Your subconscious mind is programmed to stay tuned to familiar frequencies, even if they're painful, even if they're limiting, because familiarity equals safety to your nervous system. So even when your future self sends a clear signal, take this opportunity, have this conversation, make this choice. Your nervous system screams, that's unfamiliar, that's dangerous, stay where you are. And you interpret that nervous system response as intuition telling you no, but it's not intuition. It's fear dressed up as wisdom. This is why mental manifestation fails. This is why affirmations alone don't work. This is why you can visualize for hours and nothing changes. You're not changing the frequency your body is broadcasting. You're just thinking different thoughts while your nervous system keeps you locked on the same station. So how do you retune? How do you shift your biofield frequency to match the timeline your future self is broadcasting from? That's exactly what we're about to explore. So what's the solution? The answer is coherence. Not thinking coherent thoughts, creating coherent electromagnetic fields through the alignment of your three quantum receivers. When your head, heart, and gut synchronize on the same frequency, they generate a powerful, clear, measurable electromagnetic signature that broadcasts into the quantum field. And that signal, it acts like a tuning fork that your future self can respond to with retrocausal guidance. Here's the practice that changes everything: the three-brain coherence protocol. This practice takes exactly 15 minutes. Do it first thing in the morning, before you check your phone, before you interact with anyone, before the world's frequency drowns out your signal. Step 1. Ground and clear. 3 minutes. Sit comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Begin breathing in this specific rhythm. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 6 counts, hold for 2 counts. Repeat this for 3 minutes. As you breathe, visualize golden light pouring down through the crown of your head, filling your entire body, your biofield, dissolving any energetic interference, other people's emotions you've absorbed, stress from yesterday, scattered mental energy. See it draining down through your feet into the earth where it's transmuted. This clears your receiver. Without this step, you're trying to tune a radio full of static. And step 2, activate your heart brain. 5 minutes. Keep your hand on your heart. Now bring to mind a memory or imagine a scenario that generates genuine gratitude. Not forced positivity, real, felt, somatic gratitude. Maybe it's holding someone you love. Maybe it's a moment in nature where you felt completely at peace. Maybe it's the miracle that your heart has been beating without your conscious control since before you were born. Feel this in your chest. Let the sensation build. Your heart brain will begin to shift into coherence. You'll feel warmth, expansion, sometimes tingling. Your breath will naturally slow to about 6 breaths per minute, the optimal coherence rate. Stay here for 5 full minutes. If your mind wanders, Gently return to the feeling. You're generating the electromagnetic frequency that your future self can lock onto. Step 3. Anchor the future frequency. 5 minutes. Now, while maintaining that heart coherence, bring to mind the timeline you're trying to collapse into. But don't visualize it like a movie. Instead, ask yourself, if I were already living this reality, how would my body feel right now? Would your shoulders be relaxed? Would your jaw be unclenched? Would your gut feel open and safe? Would your chest feel expanded? Embody that physical state now. Adjust your posture. Breathe as though you're already there. Feel the safety, the freedom, the fulfillment in your soma, not just in your thoughts. Your future self living that timeline. This is their frequency. By matching it with your body now, you're creating a quantum bridge. You're telling the field, I'm ready to receive this timeline's signals. Step 4. Set your intention to receive. 2 minutes. Place both hands on your belly. Connect to your gut brain and speak this intention aloud or silently. I am a clear receiver for the quantum signals from my highest future. I trust my body's knowing over my mind's fear. I follow the retrocausal guidance moment by moment. I collapse the timeline, aligned with my soul's evolution. Sit in silence for 2 minutes, simply being the receiver. Notice any sensations, images, knowing that arises. Don't analyze it, just witness it. Your future self is responding. When you first do this practice, it may feel awkward, artificial, or like nothing's happening. That's normal. Your system has been tuned to mental manifestation for so long that somatic reception feels unfamiliar. You might also experience resistance, sleepiness, distraction, sudden urgency to check your phone. This is your nervous system defending against change. Familiar frequencies feel safer than new ones, even if the new one is what you consciously want. But if you practice this consistently for 30 days, something extraordinary happens. Your biofield begins to stabilize on the new frequency. Your nervous system starts recognizing it as safe, and the retrocausal signals from your future self become unmistakable. You'll know when to say yes, when to say no, which opportunity to take, which relationship to release. Not because you figured it out mentally, but because your body tells you with absolute clarity. Now, before you rush off to do this practice thinking it's all you need, there's something crucial I haven't told you yet. Coherence opens the receiver, but there's another force, one that most people completely ignore, that determines whether your future self can reach you at all. It's your biofield's electromagnetic boundaries. And if they're compromised, if they're porous, leaking, or entangled with other people's frequencies, you could be in perfect coherence and still receive nothing but noise. Let's talk about energy hygiene and why your biofield might be the most important factor in quantum manifestation that nobody's teaching you. Rating from, I am already there, you're vibrating from, I don't have it yet, and I'm terrified I never will. Think about what that means electromagnetically. Your future self is broadcasting from a timeline where the manifestation is already complete, already real, already embodied. That timeline vibrates at the frequency of fulfillment, completion, relaxation, trust. But present you is broadcasting from a frequency of desperation, lack, control, force. These frequencies are incompatible. They can't entangle, they can't sync. It's like trying to tune a radio to 107, 2 FM, while your transmitter is locked on 98.5 FM. The frequencies don't match, so no connection can be made. Why is this error so common? Because we've been conditioned by survival consciousness. Your nervous system was programmed in childhood to believe that safety comes from control. If you can just think the right thoughts, do the right practices, force the right outcome, then you'll be safe. But quantum mechanics doesn't respond to force, it responds to tight resonance. You can't force a radio signal to reach you. You can only tune your receiver to the correct frequency and allow the signal to come through. The same is true for retrocausal signals from your future self. You can't force them to arrive. You can only align your frequency through coherence, boundaries, somatic listening, and allow them to be received. But allowing requires something terrifying for most people: surrender, trust, letting go of control. DK, and your wounded nervous system screams, if I let go of control, everything will fall apart. But here's the paradox. Holding on to control is exactly what's preventing the timeline from collapsing into reality. Because control is the frequency of, I don't trust the universe, I don't trust my future self, I have to do this alone. And that frequency, it literally blocks the quantum signals you're trying to receive. The solution is not to stop practicing. The solution is to shift the energy behind your practice. You don't do the coherence practice to make manifestation happen. You do it to align with the version of you that already has it. You don't clear your biofield to fix yourself. You clear it to remove interference so you can receive guidance clearly. You don't listen to your body to figure out the right answer. You listen because your body is already connected to your future and is sharing information. The shift is subtle but everything. From, I need this to work, to, I'm curious what my future self wants to show me. From, I have to manifest this, to, I'm becoming the frequency of someone who already has this. From, please let this work, to, I trust that what's mine is already finding me. It's the difference between manipulation and magnetism, between forcing and flowing, between desperation and devotion. When you approach quantum work from a place of already being the person to soul, who lives in that timeline, even if your physical reality hasn't caught up yet, your electromagnetic signature matches. The frequencies can entangle, the connection is made, and suddenly manifestation stops being exhausting. It becomes effortless. Because you're not trying to create something, you're simply receiving what your future self has been broadcasting all along. So let's integrate everything you've learned today. First, you discovered the science of retrocausality, that the future influences the past at the quantum level. You learned about the Cornell experiments, proving that choices made in the future literally change measurements taken in the past. You understand now that your future self isn't some abstract concept. It's a quantum reality that has already collapsed into a specific timeline, and that timeline is sending information backwards through time to guide you. You learned about presentiment research, Dean Radin's experiments showing that your body responds to future events 3 to 7 seconds before your conscious mind knows anything. This proves your nervous system is a quantum receiver, constantly processing retrocausal signals. You discovered the neuroscience of your 3 brains. Your head brain with its 86 billion neurons, your heart brain with its 40,000 neurons generating electromagnetic fields 60 times stronger than your head, and your gut brain with its 500 million neurons processing somatic intelligence. And you learned that when these 3 synchronize in coherence, they create an electromagnetic signature that can be measured 3 feet outside your body. Second, you learned that your biofield isn't metaphysical. It's measurable electromagnetic reality. Dr. Valerie Hunt's research proved that your biofield operates between 100 to 1600 hertz in most people, but can reach 200,000 hertz in trained individuals. You discovered that your biofield is your quantum antenna, and if it's compromised, full of absorbed emotions, entangled with other people's frequencies, or damaged by unprocessed trauma, you can't receive clear signals from your future self. You learned the difference between closed boundaries, safe but isolated, open boundaries, connected but overwhelmed, and selective permeability, protected while remaining receptive. You understand now that Biofield hygiene isn't optional woo-woo. It's practical quantum technology for maintaining clear reception. Third, you received specific actionable protocols, the 3-brain coherence practice. 15 minutes every morning to align your head, heart, and gut into electromagnetic coherence, creating a clear broadcast signal to the quantum field. The Quantum Boundary Protocol. 10 minutes of biofield clearing and sealing to remove interference and protect your antenna while remaining receptive to high-frequency guidance. The Somatic Truth Practice. 15 minutes daily to rebuild the connection between your conscious awareness and your body's quantum intelligence, learning to distinguish fear-based reactions from genuine retrocausal guidance. When you integrate these three, the science of quantum time, the energetics of your biofield, and the practical protocols for clear reception, you're not just learning theory, you're becoming a quantum conscious human, capable of receiving retrocausal signals from your future self with clarity and precision. You're no longer trying to force reality into a specific shape. You're syncing with the reality that has already collapsed in the quantum field and allowing it to materialize in your physical experience. This is the difference between manifestation as struggle and manifestation as synchronicity, between trying to create your future and recognizing that your future is already trying to reach you. Your job isn't to make it happen. Your job is to become a clear receiver. Follow the guidance moment by moment and trust the quantum process. Now I want to hear from you. As you've been watching this video, what has your body been telling you? Not your mind, your body. Have you felt tingling, expansion, emotional releases, resistance, knowing? Leave a comment below and describe the strongest somatic signal you received while watching. Was it excitement, fear, recognition, discomfort? And more importantly, what do you think that signal was trying to tell you? I read every single comment and I respond personally. This isn't just content consumption. This is a living conversation about quantum consciousness, and your experience matters. Your insights might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to trust their own signals. So share. What did your body tell you today? And if you've already started practicing any of these protocols, the coherence practice, the boundary clearing, the somatic truth technique, come back here in a week and tell us what changed. Tell us what you're receiving. Tell us how reality is shifting, because your testimony becomes proof for others that this isn't theory. This is real, measurable, life-changing quantum technology. If this content resonated with you, if something in your nervous system recognized truth, if your future self seems to be screaming, "Yes, this is it," then subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of your quantum awakening. Every week I release in-depth content integrating quantum physics, neuroscience, energy medicine, and practical protocols for conscious reality creation. We explore topics that most spiritual teachers won't touch because they don't understand the science. We dive into subjects that most scientists won't acknowledge because they're trapped in materialist paradigms. This channel exists in the intersection, where hard science meets energy work, where quantum mechanics meets somatic intelligence, where ancient wisdom meets modern research. If you're done with surface-level manifestation techniques that don't work, if you're ready to understand the real mechanics of consciousness creating reality, if you want practical, body-based, scientifically grounded protocols that actually produce results, then this is your community. Subscribe, stay connected. Let's navigate this quantum awakening together. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, someone who's been struggling with manifestation, someone who keeps overriding their intuition with logic, someone who's ready to understand that their future self has been trying to reach them this entire time, share this video with them. Send it to them right now. You might think you're just sharing a YouTube video, but what you're actually doing is potentially changing the trajectory of someone's entire life. Because the right information at the right time, that's not coincidence. That's quantum synchronicity. Someone in your life is ready for this. Your future self knows who it is. Your body knows who it is. Trust that knowing and share. Now, if you want to go even deeper into the practical application of quantum timeline navigation, I have a video specifically about working with lunar cycles and Earth's electromagnetic field to amplify your quantum reception. Most people don't realize that the moon's gravitational pull doesn't just affect the tides, it affects your biofield, your nervous system, your electromagnetic coherence. And when you align your manifestation practices with natural cycles, you're not working against the current. You're surfing quantum waves. That video is linked in the card appearing right now on your screen, and it's also in the description below. It's called Natural Magic and Quantum Navigation: How Earth's Field Amplifies Your Future. Watch that next. Or if you want the complete system, there's a playlist called Quantum Consciousness Mastery, with everything you need to become a clear channel for retrocausal guidance. Before you go, I need you to understand something. You're not here by accident. The probability that you would find this specific video at this specific moment in your life, with your specific questions and struggles and readiness, is astronomically small, unless your future self has been guiding you here, unless the timeline you're trying to collapse into has been sending you breadcrumbs of synchronicity, pulling you toward information that would help you align with its frequency. The fact that you watched this video all the way to the end, through 60 minutes of dense, scientific, transformational content, that's not random YouTube behavior. That's not casual browsing. That's your nervous system recognizing truth. That's your future self saying, yes, finally, you're ready to receive me. You have everything you need now. You have the science proving that your future exists and is influencing your present. You have the understanding that your body is a quantum receiver more sophisticated than any technology we've ever created. You have the practical protocols to clear your field, align your three brains, and listen to your somatic intelligence. You are a quantum conscious being, not potentially, not someday, right now. Your future self isn't waiting for you to become worthy or healed or ready. Your future self is already broadcasting, already guiding, already pulling you toward the choices that lead to them. You don't have to become someone new. You have to receive the signals from the version of you that already exists. So here's what I want you to do today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Choose one of the 3 protocols we discussed. Just one. Maybe it's the 15-minute coherence practice to align your 3 brains. Maybe it's the 10-minute biofield clearing to remove interference. Maybe it's the somatic truth practice to reconnect with your body's wisdom. Choose one. Set a timer. Do it right now, as soon as this video ends. Don't wait until you have more time or feel more ready. That's your old pattern talking. That's the frequency that's kept you separated from your future self. Your future self is broadcasting right now. They've been broadcasting this entire video. They're the reason you feel activated, emotional, awake, changed. The question is, what are you going to do with this activation? Are you going to let it fade as you scroll to the next video? Or are you going to anchor it into your nervous system through immediate practice? The universe responds to action. The quantum field responds to commitment. Your future self responds to your willingness to meet them halfway. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, remember, you're not trying to create your future. Your future has already collapsed. It's broadcasting to you right now through your body's quantum intelligence. Your only job is to become a clear receiver. Clear your field. Align your three brains. Listen to your soma. Trust the signals. And watch as reality syncs with the timeline your future self has been trying to guide you toward all along. Stay coherent. Stay boundaried. Stay embodied. And most importantly, stay receptive to the quantum field of infinite possibility that's collapsing into your experience moment by moment. You are the receiver. You are the antenna. You are the bridge between timelines. Your future self is already there, waiting. Now go meet them.